You ever have those nights? You know the ones. Your body is just completely wrecked, totally exhausted, but your mind? Your mind is running a marathon. Well, today, we are going to dive into exactly why you can't seem to switch off. And, more importantly, we're going to talk about how to install the one thing your nervous system is desperately missing, a real, actual off switch.
It's this exact feeling, isn't it? Tired but wired. You've been going nonstop all day, you finally get into bed, and you should be out like a light. But nope. Instead, your brain decides, hey, now's a great time to worry about that email from 3 weeks ago. It is such a common, frustrating feeling. And you know what? It's not your fault.
I think this is the perfect way to picture it. Our modern lives have us with our foot floored on the accelerator all day long. We are doing, producing, striving, go, go, go. Then we expect to just slam on the brakes at 11 p.m. and poof, instantly be asleep. But our bodies just aren't wired like that. You can't go from 60 to 0 in a second. We literally have to create a process to power ourselves down.
And look, this isn't some small, niche problem. This lack of a proper shutdown is contributing to a massive issue. Get this, somewhere between 30 and 40% of all adults suffer from chronic insomnia. That is staggering. It's like we've become an entire population that has literally forgotten how to wind down.
So what is actually going on here? Well, when you look at the science, it turns out that our typical modern evening is basically a masterclass in how to biologically sabotage ourselves. We are actively, even if unintentionally, sending our brains every possible signal to stay awake, right at the exact moment we want to be falling asleep. To really get this, you gotta understand that our bodies have these two basic operating systems. All day long, we're living in the sympathetic state. That's the accelerator, our fight or flight mode. It's great for getting stuff done. But for sleep, we have to shift gears into the parasympathetic state. That's the break, our rest and digest mode. The big problem is we get stuck in doing mode when our bodies are desperately crying out for being mode. And here's exactly how we get stuck. Think about your evening. The bright lights in our homes, they're basically screaming at our brain that it's still daytime. That endless scroll on your phone, it's like a shot of mental adrenaline. Eating a big meal late at night, it forces your body to focus on digestion instead of resting. And that one last work email you just had to check, yep, that's just keeping stress hormones pumping through your system. And what's wild is just how sensitive we are to all this. I mean, check this out. Even dim indoor lighting, I'm not talking about a spotlight, I'm talking about your regular living room lamps, can suppress melatonin, your key sleep hormone, by about 50%. That's a massive hit from something we barely even think about. So you see what happens, right? It all comes down to this crazy biological tug of war. Your body is physically exhausted. It is begging for rest. But every signal you've given it for the past few hours has been a screaming command to stay alert. It is no wonder we can't fall asleep. Okay, so that is the problem. What in the world do we do about it? This is where we get practical. We need to actually go in and install that off switch we've been talking about. And that switch, my friends, is a simple, deliberate evening routine. Now, let's be really clear what we mean by routine. This isn't just another chore to check off your to-do list. I want you to think of it as a sacred transition. It's this dedicated time that you carve out for yourself to consciously shift your mind and your body from the high-energy chaos of the day to that deep, restorative state you need for the night. All right, I know what you're probably thinking right now. This all sounds amazing, but who on earth has time for some 3-hour candlelit monastic ritual every single night? I get it. Life is crazy busy. We've got jobs, we've got families, commitments. Our free time is precious. But here's the really good news. You don't need a massive amount of time to get a massive amount of benefit. It's not about the duration, it's about the intention. You just need the right actions done over and over again. So let's make this super real. Let's talk about the reset button you can hit in just 60 minutes. This is your game plan, a realistic, non-negotiable starting point for taking back your nights. So here it is, your 60-minute game plan. 1 hour before you want to be asleep, you start with step 1, stop and dim. That means all screens go off and you dim the lights in your house way, way down. Step 2, warm and cool. Taking a hot shower or bath actually helps drop your core body temperature afterwards, which is a huge signal for sleep. 3, unplug and unwind. You've got to replace the screens with something calm and analog, like reading an actual physical book. 4, breathe and quiet. Just 10 or 15 minutes of simple breathwork can work wonders on a racing mind. And finally, step 5, prepare your space. Make your bedroom a cool, dark, quiet cave. That's it. Simple, powerful, and totally achievable. And please, please remember this. Don't aim for the perfect, Instagram-worthy 3-hour routine right out of the gate. Just commit to this simple 60-minute plan. I promise you, doing this consistently will change your sleep and your life way, way more than some perfect routine that you only manage to do once in a blue moon. Okay, so let's just zoom out for a second here, because what we're really talking about is so much more than just a simple sleep hack. This is about fundamentally shifting your entire relationship with rest, with work, and really with the whole rhythm of your day. This right here, this is the philosophical heart of the whole thing. We live in a culture that is constantly screaming more productivity, more content, more stimulation. An evening routine is a revolutionary act. It is the moment in your day where you draw a line in the sand and you declare to yourself and to the world, I have done enough, I have worked enough, I have consumed enough. Now, I rest. And this is the core shift in mindset we're aiming for. All day long, we operate as human doings. We produce, we strive, we achieve. The evening routine is your personal invitation every single night to simply be a human being, to rest, to surrender, and to recover. It's about letting go of the day's battles and just being. And what you're going to find when you do this is this powerful domino effect. A good evening routine creates the perfect conditions for good sleep. Good sleep, well, that allows you to have a good morning. And a good, energetic morning sets the entire trajectory for a successful day. See how that works? It all starts the night before. So I will leave you with this final thought to chew on. Most of us have a ritual to end our workday, right? We shut the laptop, we leave the office. But that's not really the end of the day, is it? The real question is, when will you create the ritual to truly complete your day and finally give yourself the gift of that sacred shutdown?